This is my passion. This is Ike's Outdoors. Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to load a muzzle loader. I'm going to show you how to load this side lock, and I'm also going to show you how to load an inline. I've got a good variation here. This one I'm shooting loose powder, patch and round ball, and a musket cap. And my other inline, I'm shooting a jacketed sabot, and I'm shooting a 209 primer with some powder. So we're going to show you how to load both. This is my old gun. This is a 50 caliber Thompson Center. Like I said, it's a side lock. This is a very special gun to me. This is a gun that I killed my first deer with a muzzleloader with this gun and hunted with it for a long time when I was a kid. And this gun belonged to my uncle, who's passed away now. My Uncle Tom let me use this gun. So this gun has got some history with me and really means a lot to me. And I'm breaking it back out this year. I've let it sit for the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm breaking it back out this year to go try and kill me a doe. So we're going to show you exactly how to load this gun up. I'm going to show you real quick what you're going to need with a side lock. You're going to need a patch, which is just a lubricated patch, just like that. And that's a 50 caliber patch. And you're going to need a round ball, which is a .495 or a 50 caliber round ball. And there's several different kinds of caps that you can use on these. I use a musket cap on these because it provides a little more fire than the 209. So that's your cap right there. You're gonna need a powder measure, and you're gonna need a ball starter. And I also use a wire brush on this old gun. And between, every 2 to 3 shots, I'll run this wire brush down there. The powder I'm using is a loose powder. This is a Hodgkin, or however the hell you say that, 777 muzzleloader propellant, just a loose powder. And what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be using 100 grains of powder. So I'm going to set my measure to 100 grains. And then I've got a powder horn, an old powder horn that my stepdad gave me. I'm just going to fill this up right to the brim with powder. And this muzzleloader has been cleaned, oiled, and it's ready to shoot. Everything, I took the thing all apart, cleaned it, cleaned out the nipple, everything. So this gun is ready to fire. I don't have a whole lot of powder in here. Alright, so I got my powder there, and you can see I've got it nice, just topped off. I'm going to take my muzzleloader now, and I'm going to dump this right down in the barrel. Just like that. Get it all in there. And then when I get my powder in, I'm going to take the gun and I'm going to just drop it against the ground. That's going to get any of that loose powder in there that didn't quite get down to the bottom. It's just going to get it down in there a little bit further. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a patch and I'm going to put that all over the end of this barrel here. And I'm going to take one of my round balls and I'm going to seat that round ball in the center of it, just like that. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I've got that center. Like I said, you want to center it as well as you can on that patch, because that patch is what's going to grab the grooves in here and put this ball on a twist. With your ball starter, you're just going to take it and go just like that. And you can see this is a well clean gun. It's clean. Everything in there is going down in there nice. I'm going to take my ramrod and I'm going to slide that right in there just like that, all the way down until I feel it seat. Now on my ramrod, I've got a line on there just marked with a knife, and I know right there it's all the way down. If this thing gets dirty, you're gonna have a really hard time putting that ball down in there. So you want to know that it's actually all the way down in there. And if you shoot it once, you get excited and you double load it, it can be dangerous. So I know that this thing's not sticking out like this. I know it's not double loaded. I know it's on my line and I'm safe. I'm ready to go. Now with this old gun, I want to make sure it's good and seated. I'm going to take my ramrod and I'm just going to throw it down just like that twice. Real lightweight ramrod. It's not going to hurt nothing. Now if you're using a sabot, something with a point on the end, you're not going to want to do that. But I'm using a patch and round ball, so it's perfectly fine, and I can get away with that. Now to get this thing ready to shoot, I'm going to pull my hammer back. I'm going to take my musket cap and I'm going to slide that right on there. Now we're not ready to shoot right now, so I'm not going to do that, but we're going to go ahead and get a target set up, and then we're going to go ahead and shoot this thing for you, and then we'll move on to the inline. Okay, I've got my cap on here, I've got my target set up, and this gun is ready to shoot. This one has a safety on it and this back trigger. This back trigger is a set trigger. So one of the things you're going to expect with these older guns like this is you'll notice it's going to have a slight hesitation on it when I shoot. So you got to really stay on your target with your sights. Now, if this gun's good and clean, that hesitation is going to be pretty minimal. If this gun is dirty or this gun gets wet and your powder in there has a little bit of a hard time catching that spark, it may take a little bit of time for that to catch. So we're going to go ahead and pop a round off in this thing and see if I can hit what I'm aiming at. Okay, so we had a misfire there. Important thing when you have a misfire is to keep the gun pointed at the target until you're secure for a few seconds to make sure that the gun is not going to go off. So I've set this misfire up intentionally. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to shoot this gun. Okay, so I shot this thing 3 times. This gun was already sighted in pretty much, and I'm hitting where I want to hit. With this gun, I'm not going to shoot over about 50 yards, and I'm hitting good enough that I can kill a deer with it pretty easily. I've shot it 3 times, so after I'm done shooting it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to take this 50 caliber brush, just a wire brush here, and I'm going to screw it right into the end of my ramrod, and I'm just going to run it right through this, right up and down my barrel. And right down there at the bottom, you can feel it. I could feel it. It got kind of tight. And I'm just going to rub it right up and down my barrel. I'll pull it out. I'm going to turn this gun upside down, and I can see some leftover stuff coming out of the end of it. Just going to hit it right back here where it's at. And some guys I know will even take a cap and put a cap on here and fire a cap through an empty gun just to push some of that fire through there and clean out your nipple. So that's pretty much it on the side lock. I'm going to take it over here and pop a cap off in it real quick. We don't need to show that on video. And I'm going to break out the inline with a 209 primer. Alright, now this is what most of you guys are going to be shooting. This is a breakover 209 primer. This is made by Rossi. It's a good little gun, really like it. Got a scope on it. I mean, this thing's as modern as a muzzleloader as you can get. Okay, what I'm going to be shooting out of this inline is a jacketed sabot. You can see here I've got the sabot on this end, and when I load it up, it's going to go into this plastic sabot. That plastic jacket is actually going to act like the wad does in my other gun. I'm also going to be using these pellets right here. These are Pyrodex 50/50 pellets, and they're 50 grains a piece. So I'm going to be loading this up with those. I don't need any kind of measure or anything like that. All I need is basically these 3 things and my ball starter and my ramrod. Load this one. I'm going to take 2 of these pellets and I'm going to drop them right down in there, just like that. I'm going to take my sabot with the jacket on it. I'm going to drop it right down in there. Again, this is a good clean gun, so it goes right down in there pretty easy. With this one, I take my ramrod, slide it right down in there until I feel it hit the pellets. Now this one, especially with those sabots and those pellets, you don't want to drop it. Give it a good firm seat, just give it a little bit of pressure, and that's it. And I know on this one that, same way as the other one, I know that the wooden piece of my handle here will go just inside there. I've got a little mark on it, so I know exactly where I'm set. I know I'm not double loaded, and I know I'm all the way down with this thing. So, I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to break this over, and I'm going to take a 209 primer right here. I'm going to make sure this is on safety, and this gun is on safety. Take my 209 primer, slide it right in there, and I'm going to pull it back. Now when I'm ready to shoot, I'm going to pull the hammer back, flip this thing off of safety, and it'll be ready to go. Hey, this one has a hammer block on it, so the first thing I do is pull my hammer back, flip the safety off, and I'm ready to go. There, you can see with that one, no hesitation. went right off, absolutely just as almost exactly like a modern rifle. So that one is actually sighted in and ready to go. I hit just a little bit left of his left eye, hit right above his left eye, about that far. So I'll make a little bit of adjustments to my scope, and this one will be ready to hunt. So that's pretty much it on how to load these two. You can tell these inlines are easier to take care of, they're easier to shoot, they shoot faster, and you get more range out of them. And they're probably more accurate than your older guns, especially in most people's hands. You know, you gotta definitely learn how to shoot the older guns. So most people are gonna shoot these inlines like this, but if you're like me, you know, I've shot an inline for the last couple years, and I'm ready to try something, go back to traditional ways and shoot my old sidelock. So I hope this helps you guys be able to get a firm grasp on how to load these. I know a lot of people are scared of these guns, but there's really absolutely no reason to be scared of these guns, even the older ones. So if you've got an inline, hopefully this will help you and teach you how to load it up. If you want to go back to traditional, hopefully this will show you how to load up those old sidelocks. Those old sidelocks are a lot of fun to hunt with. So for more product reviews, how-to videos, be sure to check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. You can also see us on Facebook under Ike's Outdoors. Appreciate you guys watching.